these are the two best colors.
Okay, I'm going to show you activities to strengthen the three-finger grasp, which we also call the three smart fingers, your middle, your index, and your thumb. One of the activities is having the child use a spray bottle. They can spray off windows, mirrors, or if they're working on a whiteboard, we can have them spray it off and then wipe it off. The important thing on the spray bottle is that the child uses the thumb opposite the middle and ring finger when they're spraying. They can also spray off the walls in the shower or bathtub or the sidewalk when it's warm outside in sidewalk chalk. The second activity we're going to use is a tongs. And again, we want the thumb opposite the ring and the middle finger. Sometimes it's hard for kids to keep their ring and little finger out of the way, so we give them something like a pom-pom or a piece of paper to hold them back out of the way. On this activity, I would have them pick up the sticks in the middle of the stick, and then they're going to turn it up and put it in the container. You're getting a couple of things here. They need to use nice graded movement, because if they squeeze too hard, they're going to make the stick go flying. Or if they don't use enough pressure, it's going to be hard to pick it up. The other thing, as you put it in the cup, they're supinating, turning their hand up. There's a demonstration of too much pressure. So let's do it again. We're going to pick up the stick in the middle. We're going to supinate or turn our hand up when we release it into the container. That's the second activity. The third activity is another tongs. Again, we're using, for all the tongs, we want to put the thumb opposite the middle, or the middle and index finger. Here's an activity where they're having to use some graded movement also, because they have to stack the little blocks on top of each other, so they have to be careful to let go at the right time. A third activity with tongs is you can have them sort. These here tongs come in with some candy, and they're called light tongs. So it's kind of fun to squeeze something that lights up. Or we have a strawberry color that they can also use. Again, it's always keeping the little finger and the ring finger out of the way and sorting and using the tongs with the thumb opposite the middle and index finger. The next activity that I have you do is have them, I'm going to take these off first. We're going to use squeeze clothespins. Again, the thumb opposite the middle and index finger, and we can have them match colors. Sometimes we have letters that they could match a capital and a small, but you have them squeeze and put the clothespin on the paper. The next activity, encouraging the three smart fingers, is we're going to do tug of war. We're going to do tug of war. You can use a straw. I'm just going to use one of my sticks. And you can have them tug of war with you, pulling on each end of that. The next activity, we can either use small Legos, or here's some Unifix cubes. And it takes, again, we're encouraging them to keep the little and ring finger out of the way, using your three smart fingers and using some strength to push the cubes together or pull them apart. So we're really working on that three smart finger grasp. The next activity is Play-Doh. We're going to make a snake with our Play-Doh a little bit here, and we're going to teach them how to cut with the knife using the index finger on top, and we're going to cut the Play-Doh. So it's all about how you want them to hold the knife. This activity is called squirreling away. We're going to have them squirrel five of their colors. Their color is orange. They're going to pick it up and hide it in their hand. They pick them up one at a time. They do not slide it to the end of the table. They pick it up in the middle, and they hide them away, and they've got them all hidden in their hand. Then what they need to do is to bring them out using their thumb and their first finger. They're going to slide them up to the tip, and they're going to put them in with their pincer grasp. This is called translation. We hid them in, and we're translating them out of our fingers. You could do this with pennies and have your kids they could pick up 5 pennies, and they could put them in their piggy bank at night. Another activity to strengthen those 3 smart fingers is tops, learning to spin tops. You have to hold on to them and spin. And those are activities to help strengthen their 3 smart fingers.